A protection from what? Isn't that amazing though? Think about that. And you were nervous about coming to the front row, and you came, and nothing happened. Isn't that crazy? Why don't you live your life like that? Are you going to live on the back row the rest of your life? In the classroom you would? That's amazing. Amazing. Are we ready? Who brought the candy? Who gave us the candy? Huh? Oh, he left already? He just dropped it off. He brought some Reese's cup, peanut butter cup. And now they have added jelly, peanut butter, chocolate, peanut butter, and jelly to it. They're trying to kill us. It's sweet enough just with the peanut butter and the chocolate. And they're like, okay, we're gonna kill you. And then the interesting thing about it, we're gonna eat it, knowing that it's gonna kill us. Isn't that amazing? No? Yeah. I am too. Oh, amazing. I've been everywhere.
Starting in like a minute.
We late.
Well, we're streaming already.
Oh, we are? They can see me now?
Yeah.
Can you see me now? They,
They heard you talking about peanut butter and jelly.
oh, they did? I love Reese's peanut butter. But I've never had it with the jelly, though. Anybody don't like it? Whenever I travel, I always stop at the machine downstairs at the hotel and get Reese's peanut butter. It's a nice dessert in the hotel room.
Chat says no, I can't see you now.
What?
Chat says no, I can't see you now.
Oh, they can't? Oh, amazing. I'm getting accustomed to not wearing a jacket. I'm starting to believe that clothes have been overrated too. We were raised to buy suits and dress up and all that, and I'm starting to think that was another trick played on us. Anybody disagree? Yeah.
You should just wear a robe.
That's right. That's cheaper. Like the Pope.
Like the monks.
The monkeys? The what? The what?
The monks. The Buddha.
Oh, the Buddha people? The Buddha people? All thing the Buddha people do is sit around all day. Have you noticed the Buddha people don't do anything?
Do the silent prayer all day.
What's the purpose?
Silent prayer.
But what's the purpose of just sitting around all your life praying? Who want to do that? I heard your bone pop. Good morning. Welcome to Fellowship. I am Jesse Peterson. You can get involved by going to our YouTube chat line, and Hake will pass on your questions or comments to me. All right? Good morning, y'all, again.
Good morning.
Good morning. So I was reflecting this weekend, and I reflected on some things that I absolutely had no idea existed. I just didn't know. And I realized that nobody else knows either. And I wrote down some of the things that is mind-blowing to me. It's just mind-blowing. And how blind we all are. We don't know that we're blind. We're like walking around thinking that we're awake, and we're not wide awake, we're wide asleep. And I realized it, and so one of the things, I wrote down a couple of things, I realized that there is absolutely no love in human beings. There's no love in human nature at all. And yet, all my life, I've been beat by men. No. All my life, I thought human beings had love. I thought I had love, and I thought everyone else had love, and no one has love. No one has love. It's crazy that we can live a life, and we all think that we have love, that we're giving love and getting love, and we're not. We're only getting hate and giving hate. That's mind-blowing to me. And so a couple of things happened. I was at a place, and the guy that run the place was telling me, I hadn't seen them in a long time, and they were telling me that, you know what, Jesse, I've done all I can for people, for my family, because he's like 50-some years old now, I think. For my family, I've done so much. For everyone, I've given money, I've given land, I bought cars, and I've just done everything. And I now realize that they never cared about me at all. They were just taking me for my weakness, and they took advantage of me. And I was trying to be helpful and nice, and my own family member used me. And then he said, I realized that he said he was raised by a grandmother, his mother died or something. And he said, my grandmother set me up to be used, because she always taught me to be helpful with others. You gotta give to the family, you gotta help the family, you gotta give. She always told him that when he was growing up, and so he thought it was the right thing to do, and he now realized that it's not the right thing to do. He said that the very people that I've helped turn against me, and they don't seem to really know or appreciate that I helped them. What I've given them had nothing, they don't even think about that. And he said, I realized my grandmother used me too. She set me up to use me. And he was like, I've been doing this kind of work for so long, and I'm depressed. I'm like real depressed. I don't know what to do with it, Jesse. I'm depressed. I have no love. Nobody loved me. He'd been with different women, and the women took advantage of him. And so he doesn't know what to do with that now. I'm like, you poor guy. But he said, I didn't know that no one didn't love me. And it reminded me that you can do physical things for people. You can help them, you can give to them, you can whatever. And they will turn on you and won't even remember that day that you helped them. It'll be like bitter enemies and no appreciation. And then I was talking to a friend of mine, a lady that I went to school with. And we were in school from the first grade on. We finished the whole high school together. Several of us did, 18 of us. And so she called me, so I called her back. And she was like, Punchy. She called me Punchy. And she was like, I haven't heard from my friend, I can't say her name, in about 3 or 4 months. And I don't know why. She just stopped talking to me. She said, I got married. We were like, and they met in the first grade in the same way I met my good friend in the first grade, and just went through the whole high school thing together as being a friend. And she said, they won't talk to me anymore. I'm like, well, matter of fact, she went to college and the friend went to trade school, but they kept in contact. And she said, I said, well, did anything happen? She's like, no, I called her one day. After she got married, she finally got married. After I called her, she said she'll call me back. I never heard from her. And I don't know what happened. And I thought my friend loved me, she said. And we've been knowing each other all our lives. And so, and that story and so on and so on. But I want you to know that human beings do not have love. What you feel for one another is hate, and you're calling it love. Isn't that amazing? And you can, like, if you reflect on your own life, look how many people you've turned against. And look how many people have turned against you. And for a while, y'all were grinning and laughing and partying together and everything. And now you don't want anything to do with each other. Especially if you get mad. 1 ounce of anger come about anything. You get mad. Husband and wife, they have a honeymoon. Like, they date in court for a while, and then they get married. They have this big wedding, flowers, and go into that. And then they have they get married, they go on a honeymoon, and the next morning they hate each other. Wasted all that money. Human beings don't have love. You don't love anyone. Your own children. Parents don't love their own children. They're impatient with them. They spoil them. Or they get married again and bring in a step parent or something because they don't have love for the children. Another thing I realized that we are not who we think that we are. And that's so crazy to me that could be hidden from us. You can go a whole lifetime not knowing who you are. We are not who we think we are. At all, not one iota of a bit. And to me, that's crazy. You live thinking that you're this one person or you're this kind of person, and you're not. And there's nobody or nothing that can show it to you, prove it to you. You have to wake up to see it. You have to wake up to see that you're not yourself. You're not who you think you are at all. Ain't nothing good about you. Ain't nothing bad about you. You're not what you think you are. That is insane to me. And if I didn't see it if it wasn't revealed to me, I wouldn't know that it was possible. That is insane. Another thing I realized that's mind-blowing, that we are not sinners. You're not a sinner. Nor a saint, but you're not a sinner. God sent Christ, and Christ took away all our sins. We took them away, and yet we've been told from day one that we're sinners. And all our life, we spent a whole lifetime trying to get saved. And we judge ourselves, we cry when we sin, we worry about what others think because we think that we're sinners. And you tell a person that you are not a sinner, they don't even know what to think about that. What do you mean I'm not a sinner? When God said, all your sins have been forgiven. That is saying we're taught, and we suffer because we think we're sinners. And as a result of thinking that we're sin, we sin more. We've been trying to stop the sin, but we get deeper into it. That is mind-blowing to me. And God said we're not sinners. But our preachers, our parents, the Christians, and all of our people have told us that we're sinners. And so we go around hating one another. Another thing I realized, I think I just mentioned this, but nothing that you see about yourself, nothing is real. Ain't nothing, everything you're looking at yourself about is unreal. And then if you are not awakened, you're looking at other people, and you don't see that person. You see a mirage of the person, but you don't see the person at all. Not one iota. And we're living in the darkness of our imagination. We live like slaves. A whole lifetime. What a sad way to live. We are free, but we live like slaves. And that's mind-blowing to me. One last, I think I kind of said this already too, but our real self is unseen by us. You can't see the real self yourself. It has to be, the light has to shine. You cannot see your real self. You have never seen your real self. Maybe when you were a little kid, a baby, but you're not. So nothing about who we think we are, what we think we are, is real. It's all fake. We put on clothes, we dress up, we think we're sharp, but it's just a mannequin. We dress up a mannequin. That's what you call that thing, right? And we walk around and we think that we're sharp, we're wonderful. But it's a sad way that we live a whole lifetime, especially if you don't work on yourself and overcome. You cry about nothing, you get mad about nothing. There is nothing on earth that can happen to you that you should get angry about at all. An angry person is a blind person. And an angry person is an evil person because they're living in darkness. I would suggest do what you want, that you really, really work on yourself. And I promise you, you will have a breakthrough if you want it. And once you start seeing this fake self fall away, you're just going to want more of it. And the real you will come forth. But we are free. We are free people. We're not sinners. We're not saints. We are not wrong and we're not right. And another quick thing, and then I'll take your question. This is so mind-blowing to me, it made me want to holler. We have never done anything wrong. And yet we are told from day one we did wrong, and some people remind you for 100,000 years you did wrong, and you didn't do wrong. It is impossible for you to do wrong. You couldn't do wrong if you tried. You couldn't do wrong if you wanted to do wrong. So I want you to know you can be free if you want to be free. But most people don't want to be free. Those are just a few things. And this is happening to everybody until you start to wake up and wake up and wake up. And you will be used by other people. And you use them. You can't help it in that dark nature that you have. So I want to I'm telling you all this because I talk to a lot of folks now, and everybody having the same problems, the same ideas, the same so-called solution to it, and it doesn't work. You can read, and it doesn't, what's so interesting about it, you can read the Bible until the cows come home. You can read the Bible 2 or 3 times. Some people, how many times you read the Bible already there? I'm sorry?
Sorry, I forgot. Twice. About twice.
All the way through, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that, yeah.
And he's still crazy. He's black. You can read the Bible every year, read the Bible all the way through, and you still be lost. You can quote the scriptures all the way through for every situation, and you will still be lost. You're never going to find what you're looking for by looking on the outside for it. Everything you're looking for, I promise you, is inside. Everything you want, everything you need, everything you are, everything is already with you. But it has to start coming from within. You have to live from within. Christ said, it is done. There are people waiting on Christ to come back. Can you get any dumber than that? They think Christ is coming back. And they talk about the Old Testament, the Revelation. They're waiting on the revelation to happen, and the revelation has already happened. It reminds me of there's some Jews who didn't recognize Christ when he walked amongst them. The Jews, there are many people that didn't recognize Christ. The Bible talks about that he walked amongst them and they didn't recognize him. And some people, this is in the Bible too, some people went to hear Christ speak, and while they were there, a couple went, a husband and wife went, or friends went, and one got bored or didn't like it, and they would tell the other, oh, that's just a man, so he'll leave it, come on. And they would leave the speech and walk right into their doom, into hell. They walked away from the truth. And they did not recognize Christ when he walked amongst you. And for those of you who are waking up, same thing going to happen to you. You're going to be amongst your friends and your family members and others, and they won't recognize the Christ in you. They won't recognize it. And they'll walk away to their own self-destruction. So I want to encourage you to continue to work on yourself. If you stay with it, and just stay with it, no matter who turn, who walk away, let them walk away until they're struck by themselves. Don't go with them, because they will try to take you down. The light is hated by the darkness. The darkness hates the light. It trembles in the presence of the light. So don't give up on yourself. Stay with it. All right? Any questions? Yes. Any disagreement? I'll take disagreements on this too. Yes.
How are we supposed to properly give?
Secretly. Give what you can. Don't boast about it. Go your way.
And the story you told of...
I used to go to this church and they would have us put our giving. You mean like tithing or to other people?
Just in general, yeah.
Oh, with that too. If you help somebody, don't boast about it. Just go your way. I remember I used to go to this church and they'd have us put the tithe in an envelope, and then they'd have you wave it around. Like we get our reward right now. But when you help others, don't expect anything back from them. It's like when you loan money to people, you ain't gonna get it back. So don't expect it.
But it's okay to give, like for the story you told about the guy that gave to his family and everything like that, was that okay?
No.
So
he should not have done that because it wasn't from the heart. He gave it expecting something back. And he didn't get it back. He got used. And as a result, he's angry at them, he's depressed and everything, because he thought that if he ever needed help or if he wanted something, they would help him. And so it didn't work that way. This seat is for you, for the latecomer. Come on, she was late. Everybody look at her. And she's black. Y'all judging her? Nah, you've been judged. Yeah. Don't expect it back. If you get it back, nice. They should give it back, but don't expect it.
and like when would I know it's the right time to give? Like, you know what I mean?
When you wake up, when you can see. Because people give to the homeless, right? Or to their children in the wrong way. And they end up destroying them, they make them worse. But they get the thrill from giving, and then the homeless person get the thrill that they made a fool of you. They knew they took your money. They looked at you in the eyes, or they made you feel something, and you like, I gotta help the homeless. So you give, and then they judge you for it. And you made them worse. And you made yourself worse because you get a thrill from giving. Most people cannot give without feeling something about it. When you wake up, you can give and feel nothing about it. Isn't that amazing?
It is. It is. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, and you know, because I don't want to give to the wrong people, and you know, like, because there's like charities out there that are scamming you essentially.
Right.
I don't want to just give out my money to.
You
bad
can
people.
even give to your children and they hate you for it. Because now they become dependent on you.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
You know, it kind of looks like the same kind of lie, because I was raised with Revelations and the fire and brimstone, the earth is going to blow up, the mark on the beast, and all that
Right.
crap.
Yeah.
And so I was raised with that, and kind of reminds me, makes me think that even the Jews were lied to, or they believe a lie. You know, when they're 13, they have the bar mitzvah, because they're kind of waiting for Christ to come. They're waiting for the Christ, the Savior, to come. And he already came. Just like Christians believe they're waiting for the second time Christ comes. It's just the belief and the idea, but they're lies. And
Can you imagine spending a whole lifetime waiting for Christ to come back, and then you die, and Christ like, You end up going through that eternal thing that you go through when you die, from what I hear. And then you go through the eternal thing. And you see some lights, and you see bright lights, and you look it up, and all of a sudden everything goes dim on you. You in hell. And Christ, I tried to tell you it had come already. It's done. But no. It's done. You don't have to wait. He's inside of us. You don't need to wait for something that you already have. You need to live, if you want to live. Christ has already come. It is already done. It has been finished. There is a new kingdom of living, a way of living. And I'm black and slow, so I'm not making this up. You can live from within. When I first heard that as a kid, I didn't know what that meant, what they meant by that. It sounded good, but I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know you could really live from within. And then when you're living from within, you're receiving life. But when you're living from without, you receive death. You're not living. And every decision you make is wrong. Even simple decisions like buying a house, you go always buy the wrong house because you made that decision from without. You didn't allow it to be added unto you. And it will be added. The right house will pop up out of nowhere, and you will know it's the right house, and it works. But you're living from without. A man looks at a woman looks at a man, they just see the beauty. The man see the woman beauty, the woman see the man handsomeness, they think that's the answer. And they get a thrill from it, right? And that thrill is there, and they're like, that's the answer. And then they fight. And then they wonder what happened. Now they trying to bring back that false feeling they had before. What a mess, huh? You can live. It is done. Oh, and then one other quick thing. This earth, things on earth with human beings are only going to get worse. There's a shooter with Charlie, whatever his name. What's his name?
Charlie Kirk.
What? Oh yeah, Charlie. That's lightweight in comparison to things to come. Because the earth is the Old Testament. And the people are living from without, and this is hell on earth, but it's inside of human beings. And they impose hell on one another. And that's what hell is. So when you drop your body, you're going to be getting that all the time, and there's no way out. At least if you drop your body in the light, you're going to wake up in the light. You're going to stay with God, right? But if you drop your body with anger, jealousy, envy, gossipy, revenge, loneliness, craziness, that's how you drop your body. Because we don't die anyway, we just leave the body. You're going to stay in hell. And eternal hell is yours. Now you can overcome it right now. I wouldn't take the chance to wait till I die. And then the people are going to lie at the funeral and say you went to heaven. I ain't heard nobody yet that said somebody went to hell. And anybody ever been at a funeral and they say, oh, that person's in hell? That person was so nice. And everybody that died, they're nice. Oh, that was such a loving person. That person just helped everybody. I can't believe that happened to her or him. They were so loving, and they knew they lying because they hated that person when they were living. They were mean, nasty, you were scared to go around them. They lie at the funeral. Amazing, huh? Human nature is evil. The earth is not heaven, and man is not God. But you can have heaven within. You can really have a peaceful, perfect life if you live from within. And you don't have to go along with the crowd saying, well, nobody has peace. Everybody angry. Don't fall for that. You work on you. You're responsible for you. You can have peace. Perfect peace right here on earth. You can have perfect peace right now and never feel fear again. If you want it right now, you can walk out of this room and never have fear, wants, desires, any of that stuff anymore, if you want it. The only reason you still have it, you want it. You want fear, you want worry, you want love, you want this or that. And that's why you still have it. But you don't have to want that, and you have everything. You own your own world. It's been made possible. God loves us, and it doesn't make sense that we believe or we think that He would let us suffer like this. Who wants a God that's going to let you suffer? It doesn't even make sense. But you accept it. Oh, God, some people suffer and they're like, God wanted me to feel that so I can wake up. I'm like, you fool. God didn't want you to feel that. God made you free from that. Why would He want you to feel something? God doesn't call pain any kind of pain at all. No suffering, loneliness, fear, none of that is from God. He made you free. He made you free from it. Why would He send His Son to suffer for you so that you would not have, you wasn't worthy? We had no values. Satan owned us, right, at the time. Why would He send His Son to set you free from suffering, and then He's going to turn around and make you suffer? That sounds like a marriage. Doesn't it sound like a marriage? God loves us. He is love, and the only thing He ever give us is love. We're His children. He only give us love. He doesn't need to give you pain to wake you up. The love wakes you up, not the pain. The light wakes you up, not the darkness. All right, any questions? Yes, ma'am. This is so good to me. Yes.
This is so good. You emphasized that we've never done anything wrong.
Right.
Then you said you can't make a correct decision. You're always going to make a wrong decision. And, you know, you do a radio show where you point out a lot of people committing crimes, doing things wrong. But are you saying, like, that's a spirit driving that person? That's the logic of you've never done anything wrong?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I had that clear.
Or when you think that you fell in love, you didn't fall in love, you fell in hell. And you call hell love. There's no such thing as falling in love or falling out of love. Because love is, and there's no falling into it. And then when you don't fall in love, and you do get, you know, meet someone, you get married or something like that, because you already have love, if they want to stay in your life, fine. If they want to leave, fine. You won't cry. You won't feel it. You won't think anything about it because nothing will be missing. You already have love. And so those two people come together. They come together just to make babies, not to have love. and sex is not love. So the guy that been accused of killing that boy, what's that boy name? Oh, Charlie. That guy didn't do that at all.
Right.
The spirit of evil that made a home in him did it through him. That guy would never tell himself, you know what, I have nothing else to do. I got these great Mormon parents. I'm living up here in Utah, ain't no blacks around. And let me go kill somebody. Ain't no blacks around, so I need something to worry about. I need some type of violence. Let me go kill Charlie. That wasn't his idea at all. Even when you have fear in your life, like I was telling the young lady to come up front, sit on the front row, right away the devil caused her to feel something about it. Oh, you go up that front row, they're going to see you. You up that front row, you this or that, you're going to be judged, right? And she felt it. And I don't know if she thought it was her or not, but she thought it was her. And if I had made her come up or told her son to beat her, she wouldn't come up. Because you let Satan control you thinking that it's you. Satan control people by giving them fear. And they don't live their life to the fullest of life because they have this fear. And they think that fear is real. And it's just an illusion. It's a thought about fear. It's not even real. Isn't that amazing? And you don't function because of it. Think about that. You don't function because the devil told you that you have fear. And you say, okay. So I'm not going to go on that stage. I'm not going to the front row. People are going to judge me. And it's just, and then if you go and do it, most people won't go and forgive their mothers because they're afraid of mama. And then there's some that go and forgive their mothers, they realize, wow, I don't have that fear anymore. It's gone. It was never real anyway. Think about that. In my counseling, when I do counseling by phone, Skype, or walk-in, I'm listening to these people with their problems, and they never tell me about their problems. It's always about an illusion of self. Something that happened yesterday or 1,000 years ago. And when they're telling it, they're getting the emotion, the thrill from it, and they feel like it's still happening. And they think that they're telling me about themselves, and they're talking about an illusion of self. Something that doesn't even exist anymore anyway. And they feel like it's still happening. You know you gotta be crazy when you're telling them about something that happened 20 years ago, and you're crying over it today like it's still happening. It feels like it's still happening. Isn't that insanity? Angry people are insane. And then the therapist and the psychiatrist feel sorry for you, so they pretend, and they give you medication for it. And it doesn't even exist anymore. It's an illusion. Yes, did you finish with your question? Come here. I did. Are you overcoming your illusion?
Yes, I sure am.
And give us examples of how, whatever you can, talk about that.
It's been about a year. I had to make a decision about what city I'm gonna live in.
Right.
And I just started adopting, like, I'm one day at a time. I'm not even gonna make a plan. And the answer has revealed itself. And it was literally just like waking up and seeing one day what the right choice was. I don't know if that
You're absolutely
was
right.
eloquent, but like,
When she said, you all can test this. If you want to have a real life, get rid of your ideas and your plans. Let them go, see what happens. If you want to have, you got to get rid of your plan, your idea. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you need. Let all of your ideas and your plans go. That's why you can't find God. Because you have an idea about God. You have a mindset about God. You've read about God and you can't even find him. But if you stop thinking about God, can you imagine living a life and never thought about God again? you will know God. And you lay down your plan. She knew she wanted to move to this city, right? Mm-hmm. She knew, oh, I need to move. Okay, that's enough to think about that. And just live, and it'll happen. The opportunity will come without you having to make it come. Because if you make your idea opportunity to happen, it's going to always be wrong. But if you let it happen, it will be perfect. Two quick stories, just for the sake of it. And I didn't know what I was doing at this time. I mean, when I bought my first house, and I only bought it because I've been raised to think that at 25, a man's supposed to have a house. If you ain't got no house at 25, you're a beta. And so all the guys here have a house. So I'm not talking about you guys. Y'all own a house, right? No? Babe? No. And so my birthday came. I was 25. I literally woke up that morning and I'm like, wow, I'm 25 years old. I gotta go buy a house. I had never looked at a house. I didn't have any money to get the house with. I had a job, but no money. And so I said, well, I'm just gonna go and introduce myself to a realtor. And so I went and I stopped at the first real estate office. Walked in, and I told her, it was a lady there, and I said, I'm 25 years old, I gotta get a house. And she's like, oh, okay. How much money you had to put down? Well, I had nothing. She said, well, how you expect to get a house? You don't have any money. I said, I don't know, but I'm 25, I gotta have one. And she said, okay. I'll look around and see what we can find, and I'll let you know. So she started, long story short, she started calling me up and said, Jesse, you want to look at this house and look at this house? And I looked at different houses, and finally I walked into a house right down the road from her in the Jewish area. The Jews own this area. And I walked into this house, big living room with a fireplace. It had a little walk-in corridor there when you walk in. And then it had a big dining room, nice kitchen with the utilities. There, the washer dryer thing there. And then it had a washer dryer area, 2-bedroom and a bath, 2-bath, big backyard. I told her with 2-car garage, I'm like, this is my house right here. This is what I had walked in all these other houses. I said, this is it. She's like, oh, okay. I still didn't have any money. Not one dime to put down on that house. She said, okay, well, let me find out what the owners want, what they're asking, and I'll get back to you. And she called me up, Jesse, all they want is for someone to assume the loan. They just want you to take over the payment. They're not asking for anything down, you just take over the loan. I'm like, what the? And the house note was $300, the whole, that month. In this area, big house. And so I bought that house. I got that house in a year time there. It went, and the house cost $20,000. The whole house only cost $20,000. And it went up to $100,000 in 1 year. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So I bought me a 280Z. I wanted me a nice little red sport car. You know how black people love red. And I bought that car, and I drove all the way to Alabama, through Indiana. I wanted all my family and friends to see me in my little red car. But the point is, if you don't think you know what you want and try to make what you think you want happen, it's going to happen for you anyway. The Father loves you, and He will take care of you. Yes?
Just one more thing. And when the closer it got time to make this decision, the fear was crazy. Just like both choices, I was like, I have fears about this and I have fears about this. And I had to just like cast that down.
Yes.
I just had to be like, well, what if I ignore the fear and just look at it through the fear? Just let that go, feel it, but don't let it affect the decision. So that was part of that experience, was like, man, I never had fear like that.
If you never allow yourself to be double-minded, you all can test this too. If you never do a what if again, everything will always be perfect for you. Don't ever do a what if. Well, what if I do this and if I do that? Because you're consulting with the devil, the imagination, the mind. Because Satan owns the mind. He owns the emotions of human beings. So if you never do another what if, you'll be fine.
Amen.
Amazing, nice. I saw Frankie first, and then here, and here, and here. Yes, Frankie.
Two things. I never always had talking about Cain, who killed his brother, and God never judged him. Kind of asked him, "What did you do? Why are the rocks crying out?" And because the brother was dead, but God never really judged. Didn't kill Cain. He didn't. He cursed him, but he didn't kill him. And the same thing with Judas. Christ loved him as much as he loved the other. He loved him more, matter of fact. And when he was betrayed, Jesus didn't shun him or except at the Last Supper, go do what you got to do. Yeah. But the point is, God never really judged because God knew that mind has been poisoned. Just like today, like that kid who he tried the shooting. He talked about killing himself because after you do something happens, the devil leaves you with it, and then the guilt, and then he reminds you of it and reminds you of what you had, and now look what you did. Yeah. Now you want to harm yourself, and so that's what the devil does.
Oh, man, absolutely.
So it's actually worse than the act.
Because the sin is in the mind, it's not in the act itself at all. Think about it. You can hate someone in your mind and be evil, and yet you're smiling, pretending that you're holy. Isn't that amazing? Oh, man, good point, man. It's in the mind. Right here first.
So I was wondering if...
You know what's so crazy? I'm sorry. It's all in the mind. It's not even real. That is crazy to me. And yet everybody lives from the mind. You're afraid not to live from your thoughts. Won't you give it up? Yes. Sorry.
I was wondering if there's a false way to do the silent prayer. If you can do it without going through with it or not be in it.
What?
Like, can you fake doing the silent prayer?
No, you can fake yourself, but you won't fake the truth. But how would you fake doing it?
Like you're not really present. Like you're just not even observing yourself. It's probably the worst way to go into it.
You mean like pretend like you're doing it, but you're not doing it at all?
Yeah. And then you
maybe,
just stop.
What?
And then you just stop. Like like that could be like a minute.
Do you do the silent prayer?
I do. I try.
Do you do the silent prayer?
Not always, no.
Do you do the silent prayer?
I do.
We've gone all around the circle. So do you do the silent prayer?
Yes.
And every morning, every night?
Every night.
Every morning, every night?
Every night, yeah.
Every morning? And
Not
every
every
night?
morning.
I'm sorry?
Not every morning.
And why not every morning? Because it's during the day that you have all these challenges that comes.
I don't know.
Why not every morning?
I don't know.
If you gotta miss one.
It's because it's like I'll start it, and then I'll do that thing where it's like, okay, I did it, and then I snap out of it or something.
Oh, and so how, are you expecting God to reward you with life if you're not doing what He said to do?
No,
Oh, okay. So you're not expecting it.
I'm not expecting it, no.
So why even bother with the silent prayer at all then, even at night?
How can I expect God?
Well, you're not expecting.
I don't think I can have any idea about God. I don't see it's possible. When I let go of my own ideas, that's...
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know, what the? God said to not think about what you want. Don't think about tomorrow, yesterday. Want for nothing. And to be present. Pray at all times. Be present. And I'll reward you. I'll take care of you. Do you expect him to do that for you?
No.
So that's why you're not doing the prayer?
I'm confused. I agree with what you just said.
What are you so confused about then?
I guess that's what you can do, is not expect anything.
What? So you want the truth, but you don't expect the truth to work for you?
I want
Anybody
the
know
truth.
what he's talking about?
What? I want the truth. I don't know. I don't think I can have any idea about the truth.
No, but what I'm saying is the instruction. Seek first the kingdom of God in his right way, and all will be added unto you.
Yes.
Don't forget instructions. Don't forget to be still, to be pray at all times, to be aware. And all will be added unto you. Are you expecting that to happen?
Should I?
Should you what?
Should I expect God to add all onto me?
Why bother messing with him if you're not expecting that?
Exactly.
No. You do pot, you on pot, huh?
I don't know what's happening right now.
What do you mean? Do anybody understand him or agree? You do, Nick? Oh, Nick, Nick, no.
Because he's talking about, he was asking initially if you can like do the silent prayer wrong or dishonestly. And the way I understood what you were saying, because you say, if you want it to be free, you could do it right now.
Right.
And we're all kind of dishonest in some way in what we really want or how committed we are. And as we pray, we should kind of, that would kind of show us that in our lack of commitment to the prayer, in our inability to stay still. So that's how I take that you can't do it wrong, but you just see that you just understand more of yourself. As you're praying, your inability to do it and sticking with it should
Right. teach
you more and more.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I take that.
But he sounds like he's confused about expecting. Am I right?
Yeah, maybe. I think I'm thinking about it too much. Because I know when I just watch and observe, like I just see the thoughts happening, they die away. And that's
Right.
how it should be. So I think that's all you can do, really, is just
There's
watch
nothing
it.
else to do. There is
Yeah.
nothing else
Yeah.
required of you but to practice being present.
Yes.
That's all you do. Isn't that amazing? That's all you got to do in life, to be present, and the Father will take care of you. But the devil have you. You got to work hard when you with the devil, because you got to make things happen.
And I think I've experienced a little bit of it where,
But why don't you do the prayer at all times so you can always be present with life?
I don't know. Some days are like that, where it is constant.
But why not all the time? Why some days and not all the days? Because of time. Why not all time instead of some days?
It's because I judge myself, because I think I mess up, and then I'm out of it.
And you judge yourself?
Yes.
And how do you judge yourself?
I guess I get angry.
At who?
Myself.
And who is yourself?
I
You get it?
believe in that idea
What?
at that moment. I believe in that idea at the moment.
And
like
who
I
believe
become
in it?
It's like I become the sin. I become the action. That's what's happening.
So you believe that is happening to you?
In that moment,
Oh, okay.
that's what happens. But I've done it where you just drop it, where you can be in that moment you think you're sinning and you just drop it, and you just go about your day.
Well,
So,
do what you want, but I recommend you just practice being present so you can see what to do.
yes. Okay.
All right?
I'm
You'll
done.
see what to do. The young lady here, I think, one of the worst things that you can do to yourself, and I really want to encourage you all to stop doing it. Stop judging yourself. Because all you're doing is creating another false self. There is no you to judge you. And so now you're creating another false self saying that you're judging yourself. Now you got to overcome that because you just created another illusion. There is no you, no self to judge. You're not judging yourself. You don't exist. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You got to have something if you want to be with me. Nothing from nothing. How can you judge nothing? Think about that. You know you're crazy. All angry people are insane. All angry people are crazy. You got to be crazy to think that you're judging you. Oh, I'm so crazy. I can't believe I did that. I'm so stupid. I'm so this. What's wrong with you? There's no self to judge. How can you judge something that doesn't exist? This young lady wanted to tell me, but I'll come back to you. Why do you judge a false self?
I don't think I did. Well,
I'm sorry?
I've gotten better about judging myself.
Why don't you just stop doing that?
Well, that's.
Is
that'd
this
be
your
good
first time
advice.
here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. What's your first name?
Allison.
Okay. Why don't you stop judging your false self, period? Just never do it again. Why not?
If it were that easy, none of us would be here.
I'm sorry?
If it were that easy, I don't think any of us would be here. We would just all be living great lives and need no fellowship. But
So why don't
I
you
try to stop the
Why is it
thoughts.
hard to stop?
I guess I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't.
You don't know how not to judge nobody that's not there?
I know how not to. You
But how?
recognize the thought when you're having it and
Right.
let it pass.
So why don't you do that?
Well, I do
Oh, okay.
But
so
I'm not.
why don't you just stop then?
today.
Because you said it was hard not to stop.
It can be.
And I'm not, you feel on the hot seat right now?
No.
Okay. Why can it be hard when it don't exist? Why is it hard to judge somebody that doesn't exist?
I don't know.
Okay.
You have to come to that realization.
I'm sorry?
You have to come to that realization
Yeah. And why is it hard to realize that?
because you feel like it's you and you feel stupid or you feel the feelings, the emotions.
Oh, so the feeling makes you think
Right.
that there's somebody there to
Right.
do it. Okay.
I shouldn't have done that. Why
Right.
did I do that?
Okay.
That was wrong.
right on.
you know.
Have you dropped your anger?
No.
He agreed.
And he'll tell you.
That's your husband?
Yes.
He like, she hasn't. And why don't you drop your anger then?
Again, I have gotten much better about recognizing my anger.
Why don't you drop it?
Sounds
What's the
good.
purpose of recognizing it if you're not going to drop it?
That's a good question.
And the answer?
Because I think it takes practice.
Why do you think that? All
Thoughts are all lies
yeah,
all the
so
time.
why are you thinking that?
I don't know.
Why don't you stop thinking?
I need to stop thinking.
Why don't you stop? What would happen if you stopped thinking?
Good things.
I'm sorry?
Good things would happen if I
How
stopped
do you know
thinking.
that?
Because I wouldn't be in my head. I wouldn't be frustrated.
So why don't you stop there? You don't have to keep thinking.
No, you don't.
So why don't you stop? Do you obey your husband?
With some pushback, yes.
What?
With some pushback.
Do you obey your
Sometimes.
husband?
You'd have to ask him.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes,
You obey your husband?
yes.
But what do you mean with some pushback?
Sometimes I challenge why he might be telling me to do something.
Why?
But it doesn't mean I won't do it.
Why don't you just obey him without the challenge?
Because I think I know better.
Right. So why
Right,
did
I think
you,
I know better.
That's the problem.
Right.
Why did you get married and you knew you were not going to obey? You're just going to be held to pay.
I don't think that was even a thought necessarily when I got married.
Oh, it wasn't?
It wasn't like in the forefront of my mind. Because
Oh.
my mother was not married for a large part of my childhood, so I didn't see marriage on a daily basis. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
That's why I tell men, if you think you're ready for marriage, take the woman out on a date, on the first date. Go to a cafe, order some food or drink. I mean like coffee, not, I'm talking about punchy coffee, not drink. And then while the waiter is going to get the food, ask this woman, if we should get married, would you obey me? And if she hem and haw or like, you get up and walk away.
He didn't ask me that.
Leave her at that table with all the food and the bill. Just leave. Just say bye, okay, bye. He didn't ask you that?
No.
Why didn't you ask her that? If he will obey you if you marry her.
It didn't come up.
But why?
But why? Because she was younger, and basically she was a clean slate, and it was a thing. She was going to follow my lead anyway, so I didn't have to ask her to obey.
Why did you think she was going to follow your lead?
Because whatever I was asking, she did.
Well, they always do that when they try to get you, man.
I guess this was that representative. She gave me the representative face.
That's the whole lie in the dating scene.
I think over the years, there was a little bit of talking. You know, you can ask her to do something, and it's that why. You know, that E factor of why.
And you tell her, stop asking why, just do it.
Yeah, just tell her hush.
Yeah.
You know, and it's usually, you don't like doing it, but I find myself saying, shut up, woman, and just.
Why you don't like doing that? That sounds like fun.
It's because it's like, you know, you feel after being married for so long, you don't have to. You already understand, you know, that you should listen.
No, that ain't gonna never happen, buddy. Sorry.
But
You be married 1,000 years, and it's still not gonna happen.
and it's getting to that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to get to that point where I'm just gonna have to tell you to hush it up and just do what.
Be quiet, woman.
Yes.
He does. I don't take offense.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So.
And did you know she was white before you married her?
You know, I woke up and I rolled over and
You like,
she
Lord,
was white.
you white.
Like, how'd that white woman get into bed?
I thought there was a light-skinned black. So this your first time?
Yes.
What's your first name?
Al.
Al, have you dropped your anger?
Yeah.
You dropped your anger?
Yes.
You forgave your mother?
My mother and father are deceased.
So have you forgiven her?
I've forgiven them posthumously, yes.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
Yes.
Any children? Y'all have children?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Watch out.
And that, you know, that thing was, you know.
Are you already turning your children against them?
And that's an issue, because I always talk about, you know, if I say something and, you know, that mother love is always evil, where the mother wants to compromise or try to play the middle, and that's always an issue. And I always have to tell her, stop trying to undermine me. And she says, oh, I'm not trying to undermine you, but you are.
Yeah.
You don't think so, but you are.
No, she thinks so. She knows so. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, so it's
Otherwise, she wouldn't undermine.
Yeah, so now at times I've had to say in front of the children
Yes.
to shut up.
Yeah.
And this is what we're doing, and this is what I told them, and we're not going to do what you're saying. You know, and you have to do that because it's like, if I don't, the children will listen to her, you know, the times when I say do
and
this.
they will not love you at all.
And you don't like doing it
Why not?
because you shouldn't have to.
No, but you have to. That's your job. You're the man.
Yes, but I understand
You
that.
got to
But
correct the devil.
yes, you do.
Why do you like correcting the devil then? You should love
Because
that.
the devil is because the devil needs to behave. You
But
know?
the devil's never going to behave. That's why you have to tell the devil, get behind me, Satan.
Yeah, and it's at that point.
Yeah, oh good.
You know.
You love it when he corrects you in front of the children?
I understand why he corrects me.
Do you love it when you do it in front of the children?
I take it for what it is. I don't love it or hate it. I
Yeah.
understand why.
But
So
so
I
why
don't.
don't you stop?
Again, it's that pushback. You feel like,
But that's the devil
I
pushing
know,
back.
I know that.
But why not stop obeying the devil? All you have to do is stop. You don't
I
have
know.
to go with the devil.
You're right. Just shut my
As
mouth.
a matter of fact, it's good to shock the devil sometimes by not doing what he says. It really is.
You're right.
It weakens him. Not that he have any power anyway.
Right.
I tend to think that, I don't know, call it whatever. She said that she didn't see the model of marriage. So for me, I think it's just because that masculine figure wasn't there, she kind of bucks against authority. You know.
That's not why she's doing it. She's doing it because she hates her mother. It's not that whether she sees the model of it or not, because you can have parents. That boy that they said killed the man, Charlie, he had a father and a mother. They said they're supposed to be good parents. And he still did what he did. It's the anger. It's not whether she had that example or not. It doesn't hurt to have the example.
Mm-hmm.
But if she didn't have the anger, she never would turn out that way. It's the anger. It's not anything else but that. But that's why parents have to be perfect. It does keep the kids with the light if the parents are perfect. But if it's not, it brings a problem. But if her mother had love, she would be fine whether the father was there or not. It's in the spirit. It's not in anything else.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No.
Okay. How about you?
No.
Drop your mess.
Yes, sir.
Just stop doing it. That's all, really.
Yes.
And don't let the devil, the mind tell you that you can't. You can. Just don't obey the mind. Stop thinking.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Amazing. Do you disagree with any of that?
No.
Oh, okay. Right on. Yes.
What is real?
What is who?
What is real?
The truth is real.
Okay.
Amazing. Did I see your hand? Let me take Raymond first, and then the young lady in the back want to say something, and the man in the shirt. Yes, Raymond.
I could be wrong about this, but there are times that when I pray before I go to bed, I end up having violent nightmares. Is this some sort of battle between me and Satan?
That's all that hell that's in you.
Oh.
Do nothing about it, but let it happen. All right?
Understood. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I know other people who they start the prayer, they went and they forgave, and then they start being still and letting go, and the devil get crazy. Yeah, absolutely. That's the spirit of evil, hating the light, so that's why. Let it happen. The young lady in the back, yes. Yes.
Me?
No. Mimi know who I'm talking about.
Jedi mind trick. Yeah, no, I think everything that we're talking about right now is exactly what I continue to work on. But one of the things that I encountered this week is the skin to skin, that it feels like me when I'm quote unquote judging. But when you say to watch the thought, perhaps maybe I'm prefacing it, making it more difficult than it has to be. Because for me, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to, like to her point, what is real. I think I'm trying to grasp, what does the thought really look like? Is that, do you know what I mean? Like it starts to get complicated.
What is it you're trying to grasp?
What does the thought look like?
You want to sit next to the guy that smoked pot?
Yeah, I think that's what hinders the
I don't even
process.
understand that.
I know, and why do you think it becomes a challenge? Because I don't even understand it, and yet it's something that I hold on to that stands in between the gap of understanding. And I think it's more so kind of a control and realizing like I'm trying to control the mechanisms. Now I just, oh my gosh, now I just feel crazy. I shouldn't have said
crazy.
it. No, I don't. I reviewed that in the name of Jesus.
You're looking pretty crazy right now, Mimi.
My
I don't know
apologies.
how do you try to grasp a thought when it's just a thought that's there?
That's what's holding me back.
Anybody else does that?
Yeah, I'm the crazy one.
Y'all do that too? What does that mean? Doug has the mic already. You try to grasp the thoughts?
Not anymore, but I have tried that.
What's that like? I don't know what that means, honestly.
It's ridiculously crazy. So this is what I know about me. When I was, you're like, I was struggling to like figure out, well, why am I this way? So here I am trying to figure out, do I see the thought first or do I see the feeling? You know, I'm going through all this stuff in my head. And that's how I realized it was crazy. How am I going this crazy trying to figure out if I see a thought or what that thought is, or why not just be aware that I'm like in this thought and just come out of it and let God reveal whatever he's going to reveal. So that's where I was at. That's why I can kind of understand how crazy that sounds. Sorry.
Muchas gracias, Doug.
That sounds...
Thank you, Doug.
That helped?
It did, actually.
Oh,
it was.
I have an answer for that.
No, when he refers to the awareness, because I'm thinking that there's a doing instead of, and there's nothing to do.
No.
It's just to be aware.
Yes.
That's the doing.
That's the only
I was taking that part out, and then I just became a hamster in a wheel.
That's amazing how the devil can just confuse everything, huh? Because all you
For
need
sure.
to do is be aware of that. Nothing else to do.
Yeah, it feels like there's something that you need to be doing something. I think that's also what happens when you transition from being a child into an adult.
Don't use the word transition.
Okay, my bad.
It's the same thing as saying my partner.
Well, when you develop into an adult, I think that I don't know, how I was raised was that I needed to start doing adult things, and adult things are to figure it out. Yeah. And so the minute that I decided, like you said, you decided at 25 that you had to buy a house, whatever that age was for me when I decided that I have to be an adult, something clicked on and said, well, now you have to figure it out.
Okay.
So,
well, I was brainwashed. I was told all my life, at 25, your career you should be working. They didn't call it career. As a man, you should finish high school, have a job. If you want a family at 25, you should buy the house first so that, she come into your house, you don't go into hers. And start your family that way. So that's all I knew. And I also knew if I went to jail, they weren't coming for me. That's another thing my parents would tell me, especially my grandparents. Punchy, if you go to jail, you get in trouble out there, you go to jail, I ain't coming to see you. I'm not calling you. I'm not putting any money on the books. And I'm like, what the? and because I knew that, I committed no crimes because I didn't want to be all stuck in jail. And now when people call me from jail and they want me to put money on a book, I'm like, you crazy? They ain't putting no money on a book. You in jail. You'll never pay me back. And so I don't do it. I do not put money on books. I rarely go visit. You have to be real close to, and I don't call. Isn't that a beautiful jail life to have? Yeah, amazing. Okay.
right.
I want this young man, and then I want to get to the biblical question because of time. Oh, and Frankie. Yes, that's on your hand.
Earlier you said no one has love.
Right.
I agree with that. The only love we have is given through God. Can someone be conscious of that love, embrace it, and like share it with someone else?
No. In God, there's no thinking.
Yeah, I'm not asking about the thinking. Like, can you be aware of that love without thinking about it?
Be aware of God's love?
Yeah, and share it with someone else. Like,
No.
they can't go on there.
Because you don't walk around thinking, I got God's love, so I'm about to share it.
Okay.
If you thinking that you got God's love, you don't have it. It's just a thought.
I get it.
In Him, there is no thinking. Isn't that interesting? When He and His Son lived together up in heaven, they communicated without words. And so will you. You will communicate without words. And another thing that will happen, you will get to the point where, and somebody mentioned that God don't judge or something like that. You will get to the point where you will not be for or against anything or anyone. You will neither agree or disagree with them because there is no judgment. And when you agree and disagree, you're judging. You're taking a side. God doesn't take side. He is good. He's only on the side of good, and so will you be. So if somebody screw up their life, you wouldn't care. It wouldn't bother you at all. And you would not judge them. You won't be able to, because you would communicate without taking a side. So it's so good to be free. It really is. Where was I? So no, if you try to pass on God's love, you don't have it.
So they can't go on their honeymoon and not hate each other the next day.
What?
They can't have a honeymoon and not hate each other the next day?
You said they can or can't?
They can't.
They can't, no. The people on a honeymoon, the reason they're on a honeymoon because they hate one another. Why else do you need a honeymoon? Amazing, huh? Amazing. Let me take Frankie and then here, and I want to get to the biblical question because of time. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mimi's statement is kind of like this man's statement here about can you do the meditation wrong or
It's silent prayer.
silent prayer?
You
if
don't
can
want to
do it wrong.
meditate on anything. You want to be aware of the false self.
So the issue is can you do it wrong? What it is, because I had a problem, that same question, is commitment. You're not committed. You're a sometimes person, or you're a 70 or 80% person, and whenever that you're a 70% person makes you a 30% devil, because you're listening to that and it's making you doubt. You've got to be 100%. You have to be the salt, and you have to be committed. God does not like, a sometimes Christian, and so I think that is the issue with you and Mimi. You have to be 100. You have to be committed.
99 and a half won't do. You got to do 100. Really. You got to be all the way in, or you're not in at all. And God's not going to reward you, because His rule is seek first the kingdom of God His right way, and everything will be added. But if you don't do that, everything will not be added. He's not like we are. We change our mind. Okay, kid, we're not going to give you this. You turn out, give me, I want it, I need money. And you give it to them anyway, right? God doesn't change His mind. Either you follow His rule or you don't. He's not going to reward you if you playing around and pretending to be working on yourself. He's not going to help you. It's just the way it is. I'm so glad it's like that too. Did you have a question? You were down in San Diego, right? Yes. You the one got us on that show, right? Yes. Oh, yeah. All Mexicans look alike. I knew it was you.
Hi. Good to see you.
She
I
got
told you
us
I'd be
on-
back.
What?
I told you I'd be back.
Right on. She got us on
Matt Gates.
Matt Davis show.
Matt Gates.
Matt Gates show. I loved it. It was fun.
It was.
Did he like it?
Oh, yeah.
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 Amazing. Any questions about anything here?
No questions. Since you're asking, though, I do have a statement just to make. I've been really observing and hearing how a lot of people communicate by using so many words.
Yeah.
And I remember one time it was one of our assignments over the weekend to try not to communicate so much by using just a lot of words, like minimize it. And a lot of times recently I've heard your voice in the back of my mind when I have, customers or people in my everyday life just going on and on and on and convoluting the conversation with so many words instead of just getting to the point and making their point.
What people don't know is that the real power is in silence. It's in quietness. That's why God said, be slow to speak, quick to hear, because the power is in quietness, not in talking so much, not in reacting and stuff.
Right.
Amazing.
And then I see the devil in me with all the judgment and
Are
the
you
faces.
married?
No.
Oh, no? You don't want to be married?
No, I've been divorced.
Oh, you've been divorced.
Yes.
What a mess.
I know. By the way, this is my father. Brought him in.
That's your father?
Yes.
Right on.
Yes.
Hey, Father, what do you think about all this you're hearing today?
I don't need that.
No, you do need that.
Why do I?
Oh, baby.
The reason I came because for my daughter, but it's interesting because I am an older person and have done a lot of life experiences and gone through a lot of different things.
Have you dropped your anger?
Oh, yes, I have.
You have no anger?
I'm learning to decrease it more because my time, and I always tell all my kids, what you think about history, I already lived it. My time was from the 50s, 60s, and up. And,
Amazing.
And what you have to read, I was there. I don't need to read it. I was there. I experienced it.
Nice.
And the thing is...
Did you forgive your mother for screwing you up?
My mother, I try not to dwell on forgiving.
Why
because,
not?
Well, who am I to judge?
But how would you not judge if you don't forgive?
Because it's not my business to forgive.
You're not supposed to forgive your mother?
She was my mother, yes, but she was a different individual.
But why don't you forgive her?
I have no reason in my mind for thought of forgiveness.
And why not?
Because without her and my father, I wouldn't be here, number one.
You wouldn't be where?
I would be a thought.
No, you would have come through somebody else.
Yeah, well, but I would have been that person's thought then.
Right.
Okay?
But because of time, so you don't think you need to forgive your mother?
No.
And why not?
Because who am I to forgive somebody when I've already done so much anger and violence in my life?
But God said that you should forgive, to go and forgive.
I understand, but I first have to reach that level so that if I do forgive and when I do forgive, it means something.
So you're not ready to forgive?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, suffer. Poor you. Forgive your daddy.
Oh, I have.
Right on.
We've had the conversation.
Who forgives me?
Let me, because of time. Oh, she want to make a quick point. Yeah. You forgave your father?
I've forgiven my father and my mother.
Right on.
Both. We had the phone conversation, though, because he does live in Denver, so we had a phone conversation. And
right on.
I've always been close to my dad, even though he didn't raise me and he wasn't in my life. And I've told him I've forgiven him for not protecting me against my evil mother.
Right on.
He knows that.
A million, right on.
But I'm still working on my anger. Unfortunately, I still have it, even though I have forgiven both my parents.
Why don't you drop it?
It is, the devil is strong. The evil thoughts are
But
very,
the devil
very
is not
strong.
strong. The devil has no power at all. He's been defeated.
Again, it's the thoughts. It's the thoughts, the
So
ideas.
if you know that for sure, because it is the thoughts, it's not real, why not drop the thoughts so you can drop the anger?
I do not know. I can't do it. I mean, we were having the discussion on the way here, on the drive up. You know, there's only so much I can put on my parents as to why I'm so angry, because both of my parents were very angry, and that's one of the things I do recall as a child,
Right.
seeing visually and hearing.
Right.
However, now that I've been working on myself, I do come to that realization. I do see it, and there's a point where I can stop it, but then there's also times where I fail
If you
miserably.
never gave into thought again, you would never be angry again. That's all you got to do is stop listening to thoughts.
But I do the silent prayer morning, night, and throughout the day, so I am sticking with
But
that.
stay with it. Here's what I recommend. The next time an angry thought, any thought comes, do nothing about it. Take the pain of it because it wants you to react.
Right.
It's going to do all it can to try to make you react. Don't react to it at all. It'll disappear. It lives off your reaction.
Yep.
So don't react to it.
Okay.
Just be aware of it. All right?
Will do.
Amazing. I got to go here. The biblical question. Do you know what it is yet?
I don't.
What's the difference between a believer and a non-believer?
I would say what we are influenced by. I would say that would be the difference.
Okay, so explain that. Break it down. What is a believer?
Somebody who believes, right, that Christ has came and died for our sins, and who walks in purity and righteousness or strives towards it. Yeah.
And what is a non-believer?
Somebody who, has disobeyed the truth, I guess, or who fails to accept the truth.
I don't know to me. What do you mean by that?
I mean, if I believe that Jesus Christ died for my sins, right? So I believe, that is my belief, right? I think somebody who disobeys that or who doesn't embody that truth would essentially not be a believer.
Oh, okay. Hassan, what's the difference between a believer and a non-believer?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Meaning what?
Well, like you always say that we shouldn't believe in God, we should know God. Like it should be a knowing.
Right.
So maybe the believer and the non-believer, it's just maybe an illusion or a thought for both. So they're the same kind of.
Oh, okay. Interesting. This young man want to respond, and then Hank want to respond. What's the difference between a believer and a non-believer?
Okay, so thinking about it now, I would think that the believer is believing and the non-believer is still believing.
What?
The believer is believing and the non-believer is still believing.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
I don't know. It just came in my head now that the
In
non-believer.
your head?
Yeah, well, you asked me, so I'm responding.
And Satan said.
Satan said, he said the non-believer is non-believing. He's not believing things, so he's still believing.
Right.
Even though the words sound like they're.
So are you a believer or a non-believer?
I just know.
What?
I just know that everything's within.
What?
I just know that.
You smoke pot?
Yes. I did.
You said yes. One honest believer.
So yeah.
Why you smoke? Well, why you smoke pot?
Because because
Did you smoke some today?
I did, yes. And I'm on medicine. That's why I did it. I had quit.
Are you high right now?
quit.
What?
I had quit, but I did do it because I'm on medicine and I'm on
You
pain
smoke
medicine.
pot because you're on medicine?
I use it for pain, and I'm on pain medicine.
So if you're on medicine, why do you need pot?
Because I listened to the Satan for a second, and I had to revisit some thoughts that are in my head and that I had forgotten about.
So are you high right now?
Yes.
Oh, I'll come back to you.
Thank you.
I can't.
Sorry.
No problem. You can be high. You just can't communicate with a drunk person. What's the difference between a believer and a non-believer?
There is no difference.
Meaning what?
They're both false identities.
What?
They're both false identities.
Meaning what?
They're both patterns of thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, one says I don't believe, the other one says I believe. They're both false.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Initially, when I heard the question, I was like, there is no difference, because I do believe it's all an act.
Yeah.
But my second thought was, if that's not the case, okay, a non-believer and a believer, one just like trusts God and the other doesn't. That's all I got.
Which one are you?
I want to say I'm a believer.
You want to say that?
Yes.
Are you going to say it? Or you want to say it?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Like I am.
You am what?
I am a believer.
And what does that mean to be a believer?
That you trust God.
And you trust him?
Yes.
You do trust God?
I do.
And how you know you trust him?
I just, like when life happens,
Uh-huh.
I used to be very reactive to it, of like, oh, like, why is this happening to me? Like, just, this is awful. But now when bad things happen, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not as reactive, like, to life, because I just know I trust God, and it's just like, well, that happened, no big deal. We go on.
And so when people attack you, how do you deal with it?
When people attack me, how do I deal with it? I don't know. I just like at face value. I'm just like, oh, okay.
You say,
All
okay,
right.
Just another attack.
Like, hey.
Right on. Amazing. Hey, and then I'll take you first if we hear, then go to Hake. Yes. Right here, Nick.
I tend to agree with what this gentleman said, but to build on that, I think it's just the level of the ego that kicks in that says, well, I'm a believer, and as a person who doesn't believe, to defend their stance, the ego kicks in to say, well, I don't believe at all.
Oh, okay.
So,
amazing.
All right.
Nice. Yes, Hake.
When it comes down to it, there's no difference, like in the spiritual hell that people have, really, when it comes down to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But depending on the practices of the people, the country can definitely be better or worse off, if you will, if they're a believer country as opposed to not.
Oh, okay. So you said it's the same?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Amazing. This young man, then I'll end it because of time. He wanted to respond to it, Derek.
Yeah, I don't have an exact answer, but my guess is a believer is someone that believes, a non-believer is someone that believes that they don't believe. So I guess they're kind of one and the same in that regard. They're kind of both picking sides of the same coin.
Okay. Amazing. They're both the same. You're all right about that. A non-believer and a believer are the same. Their hearts are still wicked. They still have anger. And saying that you believe in God is just a saying. Because if you believe in God, you won't have to say, I believe in God. It would just be, you're saying it, trying to convince yourself that you believe. Really. Ideas and belief about God are just ideas and belief about God. It doesn't change anything. Heart still wicked, you still have anger, you still have fear, you still have doubts, you still have worries. I was thinking about Charlie Kirk situation. It sounds like one of, I have met him, I kind of know him, but I don't know him, right? It sounds like one of the things he did was went around preaching about God, I think. Is that true? Yeah. Everybody got that same impression? And so I'm looking at the way the people are acting now that he's dead. They have all these visuals and they have all these funerals and they have all these things. And I was thinking, if Charlie was to disagree with one of those people that crying and carried on now, they'll turn against him just like that. They only agree because he's dead and it feels good to cry about it and to be a part of it and think you of it, right? Preaching about God and not pointing you to God doesn't help you at all. You got to point the people back to the Father within. Because if you just talk to them about it, that's not going to help at all. And so I want to encourage you all out there and here to keep your eyes on yourself, watch those thoughts, and what's the biblical question for this week?
For this coming week?
Yeah.
What would happen if you never thought about yourself again?
This week assignment. That's what I told you ladies to do this week, right? For a month. I want this will blow your mind to heaven and back. Don't think about you anymore. Never think about you again. Why y'all looking crazy? What do you think about that? Yeah.
Wow. It's going to be very, very challenging because I do focus on myself to try and stay in my own lane, so to speak. Again, you know, I'm constantly working on myself all day, every day. So you're asking me to no longer think about myself?
Yes.
It makes me laugh because I don't think it's possible.
Amazing.
I have to do that for a week?
I'm asking you to do it for the rest of your life.
Oh, okay.
Because the ladies from the meeting got to do it for the whole month. You better be glad I didn't ask for a month.
I know. We'll see.
Can you not think about yourself for a week?
Yes.
And how?
Well, I guess I should not be thinking about myself right now, but it's something I actually practice all the time. Like, I think before even hearing your messages, I was just having a conversation with Hassan. Like, I feel like I'm starting to understand Jesse more, like, the more I just grow spiritually. Because I used to be like, I'm a good person. And then, like, thoughts come in my mind now, and I'm like, girl, you are horrible. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? So,
Right
yeah,
on.
I really stopped identifying with certain characteristics and just really have just become, right? Like, I guess a flesh or whatever, like a body, and just allowing life to happen.
Amazing. The assignment is for a whole week for the church people, fellowship people. But for the ladies, y'all have to do it for a month. Don't think about yourself at all. Have you tried that yet?
I did. It's hard.
In what way?
Because it's so, I've gotten to a habit of always just thinking about me, or like if I'm not physically reactive to something, I'm like still internally reactive to it, and I'm still thinking about like how I feel about it. So it is very difficult.
Amazing. Oh, Beta. Stop thinking about you. What would happen if you just stopped thinking about you? You never thought about you again.
So peaceful.
How do you know?
I that's what I would assume. Like it would be
Don't
peaceful.
assume.
Oh.
Right, hey. One last quick thing. Did you work out that other situation?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
All right. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
That's in the women's meeting. Yes, sir.
I was just going to say that that's impossible to not think about you. Every thought is about yourself, pretty much.
Impossible?
Yeah, to not think about the self.
Amazing, huh? Well, you got to, this week you can't think about yourself.
Every minute is a thought about myself.
Well, Beta, huh? How would you like to be married to that one, ladies?
I'm just saying, like, everything that, it's all reflected of yourself, really. Everything you think about, right? So, in relation to yourself, whether it's out. So I think you have to die. I think the ego has to die
Well,
before.
you got a whole week not to think about you, starting now.
I just failed.
Okay. Oh, me, okay. I saw your hand earlier and I didn't get to you, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What was I going to ask? Oh, okay. How do you address like old habits that just seem to not really change? Like,
Stop thinking about them.
Okay.
They're only their habit because you keep thinking about them.
So like when I wake up in the morning and, you know, make my coffee and just start scrolling the internet for 2 hours, like, how do I stop that?
You shock him by not doing it.
Okay.
Let's say you get on the internet and you realize I'm on the internet and you want to look at something else and look, but don't do it. Shock the devil and he'll fade away.
Okay.
Don't go with him. Stop going with him.
So just sit there and just do nothing?
Right.
Okay. All right. I had one more quick question about eye contact. It's kind of a basic question, but when you're in public and someone makes eye contact with you and they might kind of look at you crazy, like, how do you address that? Do you look them back in the eyes? Or, because growing up, like, my mom's Persian, so they would say, like, you know, don't look at someone who's looking at you crazy because you'll get evil eye or some crazy stuff. So I just grew up kind of.
She said you would get crazy evil eyes if you look at another person's eyes.
Yeah, like if somebody's like giving you a bad vibe or energy or whatever, don't look at them because they'll give you evil eye. So imagine growing up with that. So.
Well, nowadays people are angry, high, and all that. They may misread it and try to kill you. But you look at them shaking in your boots.
Okay.
Because you look a person in the eye, the devil will tell you, look away. You look in the eye, you feel nervous. But you look at them anyway and have your conversation and be done with it. And you're shaking in your boots, but you do it.
Even if it's like really awkward, like if someone's like giving you like a nasty look, just look them right back?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But don't roll your eyes or don't look mean or anything, but just look at them.
Okay.
It's like if you look at animals, a bad dog like want to attack you, but if you look at that dog and don't react to him, he'll calm down.
Okay.
Don't try that, y'all, because these dogs are mean. Human beings have turned dogs into a human. But yeah, you look them in the eye, shaking in your boots.
Okay.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah, I was at the gym and I was walking to the next station. Some guy I just look up and some guy was looking dead at me, like really like like mad dog or whatever they call it.
Well, don't look at them in that way.
No, I didn't.
That's it. They're looking at you like that. You walk away. You keep going.
I just kind of looked back, but I didn't panic. But I just kind of just looked normal.
Yeah, because there are a lot of crazy people out there now.
Yeah.
And you just don't know nowadays.
Eventually, they just sighed and like looked away.
Right.
And I was just like, I was kind of weird, but I didn't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of crazy people right now.
Okay.
Amazing.
I think that's it.
Yes, James. That's on your hair, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
People don't really know what they're doing necessarily.
Yeah.
Like they don't even realize that their face is weird. People are they are kind of crazy.
Right.
And they don't even mean anything by it sometimes. Because somebody could easily misread a look, and so you just don't know.
Yeah, that happens a lot too. So be careful how you do that.
I could have been speculating too. Maybe he wasn't, like maybe the guy wasn't even crazy or looking crazy. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I know when someone was.
Oh, you can tell crazy when you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So.
Amazing. Yeah. So be careful with that nowadays, because so many people on drugs and Satan got their mind and stuff like that. All right. So the biblical question is what, Hake?
What would happen if you never thought about yourself again?
So for 1 week, don't think about yourself. Give it a try and see what happens. Sorry, buddy. Don't think about yourself for a week. It will blow your mind. All right? I want you to know that everything has been done already. You're not a sinner. So it's just another thrill for you to think that way about yourself. You're not a saint. It's just another thrill for you to think that way. You're nothing. So you got to drop all thinking about being you. Really, you could be free right here, right now, and live from within, not from without. All right? Do the silent prayer, revealingtheman.com/prayer. I promise you, this illusion self will disappear, will fade away. Really, it will fade away. Just imagine we're living a life of an illusion. It's not even us at all. Ain't nothing about you real that you think is real. And if you don't wait, like, if you're not working on yourself, we can see everybody in this room right now, right? But all we seeing is false selves. We're not seeing the real person. We're looking at people who have dressed themselves up to look like they're something that they're not. What do you call that? No. What's that word I use? I forgot. Yeah, showcase. If you look around this room, all you see are showcase personalities. Look around. Just look around at people. Just for a second. All you see is, look around everybody. If you don't mind, don't be shy. You're looking at showcase personality. You're not looking at anybody that's real. Every smile is fake. Everything is fake. What do you think about that? But when you wake up, you're going to see the real person. It don't matter how they dress, how they act. You will see the real person. But you don't see that right now. Yes.
Oh, you just answered my question, Jesse.
What was that?
How do we get rid of it?
Wake up.
Yeah. Okay.
Really? Yes, Mimi. You got a minute.
This is really a hospital, for sure.
That's for sure.
It really is, because I've been at this for quite a while, and I feel like I may have made it out of the intensive care unit, but I am still in recovery. I need physical therapy for sure. So thank you, Jesse, for church. That's all I got.
Stay with it. Any disagreement about anything you heard today? Nobody disagree about anything? Okay. I'm telling you, and I'm black and slow. Stay with it. There is a God. He does live inside. And there is a devil. And he does live in the mind. He lives in your mind. Satan owns your mind and your emotions. God has nothing to do with them. You have nothing to do with it. Satan owns your mind and your emotions. All right? Really, all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Yes, Alexis?
Yes, what?
Do you, remember I told you that woman was bucking for to run the organization?
Yeah.
That man organization? And that when she was crying, she was lying?
Right.
Do you believe it now?
Maybe a little bit more.
I'm sorry?
Maybe a little bit more.
What do you mean a little bit more? Y'all remember that lady that was crying? Yeah, Charlie Kirk's wife. Who cried the body is still warm? and you up there saying, we're going to fight this. What wife going to be thinking about that at that time? And she's been, what do you think they elected her as the chairman of the board?
Well, I do think that what happened was a show. I do agree that it was odd and all of those things, but I do still think a little bit that there might be something in, and I don't know, but something in his wife that wants to do and honor a legacy.
It is something in her.
Yeah.
She want to be seen. She want power.
Maybe so.
Huh?
Maybe so.
Why else would she want to take over his organization?
Because that was her husband?
No.
No?
Oh.
I do have a quick question,
Yeah.
though. It was a burning question. When Frankie was talking earlier about Cain and Abel, he did say something about God cursing Cain. And I had a question like, what exactly is a curse and what's its purpose?
Anyone, I don't know Cain's situation, but I wasn't there with Abe.
Right.
But anyone that has anger is cursed.
Right.
Anyone that has fear, anyone that is revengeful, anyone that has jealousy and strife, and gossipy and worry and want to be like someone else, they're doing it because they're cursed. A free person love being free and never want to be like anyone else, never hold anything against anyone, have no judgment at all.
So in the story, was that like Old Testament? Because if God cursed Cain, are curses a thing from God or are they from the devil? Like what?
Well, I don't know, and right now I'm gonna have to find out what Frankie was talking about because I didn't understand it. It may be true, but I didn't understand.
Yeah, I just was wondering what a curse was.
And if it happened in the Old Testament,
Right.
not the New. But I'm gonna have to find out what he's talking about.
Cool.
Bible thumper. Amazing. So listen, the visitors, for the first time visitors, any questions? Okay. Listen, if you stay with us, and the theme this year, stay present. If you just practice staying present, instead of in your head thinking about the past or the future and this or that, it'll work out by itself. It really will. You won't have to do anything. But just practice staying present, all right? And stay with it. Do the silent prayer, rebuildingaman.com/prayer, and watch. Just stay present. Don't let Satan pull you into thoughts, all lies, all the time about anything. Thank you all so much, and don't forget to make your tithe and offering there on the website. Any announcement, Hank?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry?
I don't think so.
Okay, nothing there? Okay. Thank you all so much, and stay with it. And don't let your friends, your family members, or anyone pull you into the darkness again. If they want to leave, let them go. You stay with it, all right? Thank you all so much. That was so much fun. I appreciate it. Nice.